Here it is. The grand finale of our Jorrun comedy Wes Moast Chatalogue retrospective. Sure has been a wild ride. I think I'm shivering, that's a good sign. It's my conscience. Ha ha ha, wasn't that a crock of shit? Strap yourselves into the straitjacket of your choice, sit back and prepare yourself for a dramatic conclusion, with international espionage, explosions, babes with guns. Babes who are naked, babes dressed like genies. More explosions. Exploding babes. Everywhere. Blood and breeds and bone. My circuit board's covered in sinew. Exploding breeds. Twitter explodes. Twitter breeds.
No idea. I sent you pics of all 50 videos I have on there, plus live streams. Oh shit. I think that means perhaps the Jorrun Comedy Mirror channel is not finished.
No.
Uploading content, which that makes me very happy.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I thought you were going somewhere else with that Jorrun Comedy thing.
We're on Skype. I can turn my cam on and show you live. Ooh, that's salacious.
I don't know what that would prove, though. Guess we'll wait until the morning and see what it says. How is that apology coming along?
Yeah, sport. How's the apology coming along? I think it's done struggling to keep my eyes open. And then just a short while later, he sends the current draft of the apology. We're not sure where in the series of drafts, apology drafts, that Jorrun created this is, but we're gonna read it for you.
So where this is taking place is after the apology call 2, where Wes has started to go through Jorrun's apology after its revisions, its first revisions, and he gets a message from somebody saying that a certain video was privated and not deleted like specified beforehand. So Wes starts interrogating Jorrun about it. I'm pretty sure that's what's going on in this. And Jorrun is insisting that I deleted it. I deleted everything. So Wes is making a promise to get to the bottom of this. It's not going to go away, and it's not going to be explained away by some sort of weird YouTube glitch or whatever. And Jorrun, in the process of having to figure out how to get around what he did in front of Wes, also has to get this apology revised as well. I find it hilarious that Jorrun is also talking about how he's struggling to keep his eyes open.
Poor Jorrun.
Oh, poor Jorrun is so tired. I would not be fucking tired if I was in this position. I would be jacked as hell.
Well, and the comments apologizing for his comedy and the mac and cheese groupie was keeping him up the other night, but apparently allegations of abusing other people's trust, for his own gain is not worthy of keeping Jorrun awake.
Yeah.
He can sleep on that shit.
It's like he's trying to get sympathy out, like, oh, I can barely finish this. I'm working so hard on it. Nobody cares about how hard you're working on anything after what you've done.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. It's not relevant. This isn't about you whining about how you're working so hard to make things right when there's no way that you can make them right after the choices that you made repeatedly over and over again, knowing that they were wrong.
Wrong, Jorrun. You're wrong. That's me, I'm Jorrun. I'm speaking to myself in the mirror now. That's wrong, Jorrun. I'm gonna keep doing this until you start reading your line. Jorrun.
You know what?
What?
I think it's about time you get to this revision of his apology. It's great.
I thought that there was a line that you hadn't read yet.
No, I was just trying to give context for where this takes place.
But you see that line right above it where Wes says, "Okay, send it," so I can check it out.
Yeah.
Did you read that?
No.
Read that.
Okay.
Read that there.
I thought I did, but I'm gonna do it again just in case. Okay, send it so I can check it out.
Alright, so it looks like we're gonna have 3 different Jorrun apology videos now, because we have the Jorrun one that's on the Jorrun Comedy channel, the one that he retold to Wes in the phone call that I went in and edited together. I Frankensteined it because I did it for others to enjoy as well, or be appalled at, I'm not sure which. But I legitimately did that for myself because I was curious what that apology would sound like if that's what he had delivered. You know, and it was as bad as I thought, so I'm not disappointed there. Alright, here we go. Everybody buckle in. Hey everybody, this is... Alright, I think I'll have
You're
some fun.
hearing his voice in your head, aren't you?
I am, actually. Alright, let's have some fun with this. Hey everybody, this is the rare serious video from me. Probably the only one I've ever done. It really needs to be made, though. I'm going to read what I wrote, because that's the best way for me to organize my thoughts and really say what I mean. Please bear with me.
Do you want to keep reading, or do you want to comment on this first opening paragraph?
You go first.
Oh, Jesus. Where to start? I like how he has to preface it that it's a serious video. Just by your tone and getting straight to the apology like Wes told you to do would make it a serious video.
His comedy is so good, though. And it's so subversive.
Anti-comedy is so good.
Yeah, that you might not know if it was a serious video if he hadn't told us beforehand. The one thing that I am curious about, he says, probably the only one I've ever done. What would he consider the other serious video that in his archive of apparently 50 fucking videos? Holy shit, I had no idea that there was that much Jorrun shit.
You are so excited.
Oh,
I can tell.
Yeah.
He's got an erection.
It's visible through my gray sweatpants. Oh, you can see my erection.
Where did the gray sweatpants come from?
I don't know. Because I want to sound like a...
Is it the dick print thing I told you about?
Well, yeah, because the sweatpants really show it off, you know?
Yeah, if you gentlemen didn't know this, but...
They know. Everybody knows.
Really?
Everybody knows,
Everybody knows?
Well, I would think so. I mean, you could feel the fucking thing swinging around.
Yeah, and you know, black sweatpants kind of hide it just a little bit.
A little bit better, yeah.
Yeah. But the gray ones, you can... The light hits it a little differently.
You get shadows
yes,
of penis. Shadows of penis.
Well, I wasn't going to say shadows necessarily of the penis. That would be weird.
It's the sequel to Shadow of the Colossus. Shadow of the Penis.
Yeah.
That was a stupid joke. That would have made sense when that game came out like 10 years ago. Oh. I don't even know why I used it.
It's a great game. I'm sure some people actually know what that is.
I've never played it. I just know the name and it pops in my head. That's comedy, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I gotta finish reading this. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, it's cool.
And And I like how he has to say, it really needs to be made. That's not really for you to say. That's what everybody told you to do, you
true.
fucking asshole. That wasn't your idea. But it really needs to be made. It's like...
Good for you, Jorrun. I'm glad that you did this thing that really needed to be done.
It's so brave.
It's a dirty job, Jorrun, but someone had to do it.
Yeah. And then I'm going to read what I wrote because it's the best way. It makes it sound like what he wrote was something that he pulled from the ether or something. Like, I'm going to read what I wrote. Like, of course you're reading what you wrote. You're not reading somebody else
Well, technically, he almost was reading something that someone else wrote.
Oh, well, he basically took whatever Wes told him and did the bare fucking minimum with it. How to organize your thoughts? Like, how much of a fucking scatterbrain are you?
I can actually understand that. That's the only part of this that I can understand, because I could get saying I'm going to be reading this because it might seem insincere if it's not, because it might seem like it's not coming from the heart or whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't think that Jorrun has that sort of forethought or empathy.
Well, what you said would have made sense to phrase it like that. Like, I wrote things down so I don't forget things.
Yeah.
And I want to, address everything properly, but I don't want it to sound like I'm insincere. If he just said that, that would have made a lot more sense. Instead, what he says is, and really say what I mean, which is code for Jorrun is trying to emit as much truth as possible while seeming like he's telling the truth.
I read that as Jorrun is going to say what he thinks you want to hear.
Yes, and that too. Yeah, say what I mean. This is your apology. You're supposed to say exactly what you're supposed to mean. By dint of it being an apology, those are your fucking words. They're not supposed to be anybody else's words but your own.
What is this please bear with me? Is it
It's a pleading thing. It's like, I'm so tired. It's that kind of shit. He is whiny as fuck.
He's whiny in his own fucking apology.
Yeah, it's a common theme throughout.
What a
cunt. He is. No offense to,
no
real
offense
cunts.
to cunts out there.
Yeah, no offense to actual cunts, but he is a cunt. Sorry. Let's see. The please bear with me line, it stayed from the original apology up until the original cut. Not the original cut, the final cut. And it's one of the most annoying lines for me because he's asking for sympathy when he should be suffering. He shouldn't have to acknowledge that he's miserable or have anybody acknowledge that he's miserable because his feelings don't matter right now. This is about other people. This is about what he did to other people, not about how he feels and, oh, you need to bear with me. Don't tell anybody what to do. God damn.
Don't fucking tell anybody what to do at this point, Jorrun. Like, don't ask anything. I don't even care if there's a please in front of it. You should just not do that. I owe everyone an apology. A very big one. It's been brought to my attention recently just how bad my behavior has been online. Okay, so I'm actually going to read through this whole thing because I'm going to restart that again, and then we'll talk about it after I read it, because these are some really pivotal moments in the chat log. So, and maybe one day I want to do an edit of it where it's me as Jorrun, and then we'll have all these different apologies. Okay, so I owe everyone an apology, a very big one. It's been brought to my attention recently just how bad my behavior has been online. It's been really, really bad. I have been inappropriate with a lot of people I have called my friends, as well as strangers. More than that, I have been over-sexualizing them, treating them like meat sometimes. It's a very shitty thing to do. Okay, I've got a whole lot to say about
A whole
that.
lot.
A whole lot.
All right.
Let me kick this one off.
Meow.
So, a little bit of a sexual euphemism in the second sentence there, a very big one.
I didn't catch that one. Holy shit.
It's been brought to his attention, so therefore he, as far as he is concerned, is totally unaware that his behavior's been inappropriate. Are you just breathing into the microphone back there?
No. I'm breathing. I'm sorry. I'll stop breathing.
Thank you.
I might have leaned in a little closely on the microphone.
It was like...
I was actually doing that. I didn't know it was making a noise.
Okay, so we also have... it's been really, really bad. It's the most generic way that you could write that.
It's a filler sentence.
It's a filler sentence, and it's a filler sentence on like a 5th grade level. It's interesting that he did add as well as strangers. I'm not sure if that was a request from Wes or if Jorrun did that of his own volition. Then he goes on to quote mac and cheese in the treating them like meat.
Mm-hmm.
To take a line from something that someone has said about you and insert it into your apology as though that is your own sincere thoughts, because that's not your thoughts. That's something that someone said to you.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I've got on that.
I've been over-sexualizing them.
Oh, I did have something
yeah,
for that. Yeah, go
well,
ahead.
The correct word would have just been to say sexualizing.
Right?
It's by saying over-sexualizing. Sexualizing was okay, but over-sexualizing them was wrong. I'm
Precisely.
like, what the fuck? Yeah.
And what if he was under-sexualizing them?
Oh, God.
You
What
gotta
a crime.
You gotta be somewhere in the middle with your sexualizing.
He just thinks that, but by existing, that women are sexual creatures and that they are always sexualized in some kind of way, and it's really bad to over-sexualize them because that's just way too much sexualizing.
They got boobies. How can they not be sexual?
Wow.
They got boobies and a vagina.
Yeah, it's not like those boobies like feed babies or anything useful.
No, fuck that. I hate babies. I'm Jorrun and I hate babies. They make me angry. Okay.
And it's been brought to my attention just how bad my behavior's been online. Like, I think he knew that it was bad.
He definitely knew.
He kind of goes back and forth on that when Wes tries to pin him down like that, and when Mini Syllables tries to pin him down.
Yeah,
like,
I was gonna say
when
that,
did you realize that what you were doing or how you were treating women online was negative and inappropriate, and he concedes in some points that it might have been inappropriate, that thought had occurred to him, but he would just move on like, oh, it's bound to happen, you're gonna get rejections,
he's
and
not,
on to the next.
He's not incredibly definitive with his statements. When both of them ask him that question, like, at what point did you realize that this was wrong? He sort of just tries to wiggle his, squirm his way around it.
Yeah. He does a lot of that. Yeah.
Okay, so...
I don't want to say, like, you can hear that in the apology calls, but I'll sound like a broken record.
Broken record. Okay, I'm going to go on to the next line here.
All right.
This is paragraph 3. I apologize to all the people in the TCAP community, and especially the women. I have flirted with so many women in the community, I can't even remember them all. I apologize to all women on the internet. The sketches I did with were way too sexual, with me having them say very sensual things. I've taken them down now. I apologize. I went to her video and commented how her breasts were bouncing. I apologize to for all the times I made her feel uncomfortable trying to get face pics from her. I've been way too sexual on the live streams with... Please God, have the follow-up of this. And we gotta go to 32 unnamed now. Or no, we were 33. We gotta go to 33 unnamed.
No, it didn't. We don't get to see the whole apology. I guess.
Shit. Oh no, there's not gonna. Well, I can always just go back.
That's okay. We hear him. We know
what happens.
We know what happens. You guys know what happens.
You guys know what's up.
Okay, so here. So 33 unnamed.
Yeah.
Jorrun, you can't gloss over that part. It is the most serious thing you have done, in my opinion. The other things are bad, but this is borderline criminal. It's not okay. You need to explain it or people will tear you apart. What Wes is talking about here is he's talking about the line about liking the pics of little girls wearing genie costumes.
Yes.
And he specifically tells him, you need to talk about this. It needs to be more than one sentence. You have to do this.
Although I will say, people, and Wes obviously knew this when he was saying it, but people were going to tear Jorrun apart one way or another.
Yes.
There was nothing Jorrun could do at this point. He was, as he said, fucked. When he knew he was fucked at the moment he was fucked, indeed. So, I mean, because maybe what Mac and Cheese said, he was like, oh shit, someone has actually directly called me on it, and despite his flippant response, which was, oh, hello, troll, maybe that did sink in to some degree, and he was like, oh shit, people put two and two together, and now it looks, you see how this looks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of you see how this looks moments in the whole Jorrun lore.
Another great line by Jorrun.
Jesus. What? Oh my God, Jorrun! What the fuck, man? What the fuck, Jorrun?
I shouldn't have alerted you to it.
This isn't funny. It's just crazy. Looking is the first step that leads to doing.
What are you saying
What
here?
the fuck?
What?
Wow. Oh my Lord. It's like he's constantly trying to pretend like he's in like a public service announcement or something.
Yeah. He's like trying to speak in a way against self-reference again here, but it sounds extremely implicating.
Oh my
like
Lord.
Just by looking, he was getting into the act of doing. And I'm like, why would you? I mean,
again, it's inexplicable behavior. It's why he's an enigma, because it's nothing about what he decided to do from the beginning to the end of this makes any rational sense whatsoever.
None.
Whose line is it?
I think you have I'd never forgive myself.
Oh yeah, I gotta finish that part. Okay. I'd never forgive myself if I harmed a child. Well, that goes without saying.
And
That
why
shouldn't
would
even. That's not even a necessary sentence. That's like Well, that's literally like saying I would never forgive myself if I harmed a child. Because like, what could you think that would be worse that you wouldn't fucking forgive yourself for?
And also, it implies that the act of it itself is ignored in that statement.
It is, exactly.
He's
Wow,
only
yeah.
talking about the consequence. He's not talking about the act of harming the child necessarily, but the aftermath of the harm. I mean, the aftermath where the harm also generates.
He's also displacing blame by saying that I have not harmed a child. In saying that, he is saying I have not harmed a child because...
Oh, yeah, he's trying to say, like, well, at least I didn't do this.
Yeah, at least I didn't go out and fucking kidnap a kid off the street or something.
So you should elaborate on these things. Your Christian upbringing, how you reflect on it now, and how you managed to live with it before.
Okay, just with Wes's lines there, it is incredibly indicative of attraction to minors, or even children, which I guess are minors. But,
Yeah.
you know.
And he says it without having to say it.
Without having to say
Yeah.
it, yeah. I mean, it could also perhaps be interpreted as the genie fetish, but he's already stated previously that the genie fetish is no big shit, and it's not. It's a little funny, but it's not a big deal. The shit with kids is a big fucking deal. And yeah, it's Wes is saying it without having to say it. It is that we know exactly what it is. And Jorrun responds with, "Now I understand." I don't think he understands.
No.
I don't
No.
think.
He just wants Wes to stop.
Wes, stop.
Yeah, please stop hitting me
Please.
over the head with all this.
Yeah, with
all
all
this
this truth.
Yeah, with all this truth and support and direction that I clearly fucking need.
But do not deserve.
Do
but,
not deserve.
Well, no, you did deserve everything that Wes did for you, buddy. You really made that bed. You're sleeping in.
Right. But you said you knew it was wrong before. I know it's late, so get some sleep and message me tomorrow when you have some time to reflect and give it another edit.
Man, shit just went from wild American Pie to like what is like Sleepers or something. What is it? What is a movie with pedophiles in it?
The butterfly effect.
Other than every movie in Hollywood. Oh, hot take. Anyway, that whatever. That joke can just die.
When the following day on the next call, which I think is like apology call. I don't know. It might be the third apology call, because the fourth and fifth are just before the mini-syllables interview and after the mini-syllables interview. So, like, the apology calls 1 through 3 actually deal with Wes confronting Jorrun with his behavior and talking to him about his script for the apology video. Following this, I believe it's apology call number 3, where Wes is trying to extract more information from Jorrun and get him to admit to a few things, including like privating a video instead of deleting it, when that exactly happened, when he exactly knew what he did was wrong, which he desperately tries to wiggle out of pinpointing, and also works on the script for the apology video.
And you can find these videos as well as Mini Syllables interview with Jorrun Comedy in the video description. We'll put a link to the playlist of the apology call series, even though I'm pretty sure you've all heard it by now.
Yeah.
As well as a link to the Mini Syllables interview.
So on the next page, 34, unnamed. All right.
All right, looks like this is
All right, Wes.
me.
No, this is Wes.
God
I
damn
think.
it. This is Wes's edit of,
Yes,
of his
yes.
apology. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. I added a line for clarity because I still feel there's some form of evading. Very true. But I think this is much better.
Does Jorrun need his fucking mommy to hold his dick for him while he pisses? This is so sad that a 48-year-old man is having an apology co-written by somebody.
Well, it doesn't have to be co-written, but he made it co-written because he didn't actually do much of his own work here. He did the bare fucking minimum.
Which all his scripts, pretty much, like all his work is kind of bare minimum.
It's so lazy.
It's the laziest fucking thing ever.
We better get back to this.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because this is a big piece of
It
text
is.
here.
What is your plan to record and release? I don't think it should be released until after the Lorne Identity / BAP stream tonight.
That's fair, Wes. That's fair.
It is.
You don't cock block the streams with your stupid apology, Jorrun. Actually, it's not a stupid apology. It should be made. It's just Jorrun wrote it, so it's stupid.
Yeah.
Continue, please, adult girl. Get me out of this. I'm digging myself into
Yeah,
because
Wes actually wrote this apology.
He did, really.
In a way, he did most of the writing.
In a way, 4 different people wrote this apology. Because he just took shit that other people had said and cobbled it into an apology. Like, he took the mac and cheese.
He took some quotes from shit.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you can avoid being the topic du jour during that stream. Wow.
Oh.
So generous of you, Wes.
Oh, well, you know what?
Thinking ahead.
That's actually that's a decent thing. Any way that you look at that, it's probably, you know, good looking out, because it would definitely derail whatever streams they were planning, and it might even screw up, you know, the people who would be coming and hanging out and chilling and watching their streams, because they're like, holy shit, did you see this fucking awful apology video that Jorrun comedy guy released?
Hey everybody, this is the rare serious video from me. I'm going to read what I wrote because that's the best way for me to organize my thoughts and really say what I mean. Please bear with me.
Oh god, we're even going to have an adult girl version of the Jorrun apology.
I'm making it a little bouncier because I want to get through this.
Yeah, I'm not going to we don't need to comment, really.
Yeah. We've already heard this before. I apologize to all the people of the TCAP community, and especially the women. I have behaved inappropriately with so many women in the community, I can't even remember them all. I apologize to all the women on the internet over the years I have propositioned. That was a very specific edit, by the way, because Jorrun went with flirted and Wes said, you need to make it propositioned.
It just full on might as well have taken his penis out. Like, it is the virtual equivalent of just whipping your dick out, although I don't think that he would
unless it was a dick pic.
I was going to say unless... I guess it's not really unsolicited dick pics. I don't know if he ever sent anyone unsolicited dick pics.
I don't know.
That would get you run out really quick. That would be... Because what he did was sort of fly under the radar with his bullshit. Like, just enough, but he flew too close to the sun as...
I think he likes to think that his words are more seducing, and he gets off on that idea.
Which is preposterous.
It is very preposterous. But I think that's his angle, and he's not going for the whole dick pic wooing scheme.
Who gave him the impression that there's anything impressive or noteworthy about him? And that's not just me tearing another human being down. We're all flawed and fucked up in some way, but it's...
Even A-list actors.
Even A-list actors like myself, Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey is going to come after us.
Can't be any different than Sylvester Stallone getting in touch with Lorne, you know?
Oh.
Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying?
I can't remember.
Alright. Hold on, no, I gotta finish that thought. I do find the line, like, anytime you have to say that you apologize to every woman on the internet.
Hold on.
Fucked up.
Hold on. Hold on. I don't know if that was an edit that Wes made.
Fair.
I apologize to all women on the internet over the years I have propositioned. The sketches I did with were way too sexual, with me having them say very sexual things. I have taken those videos down. I apologize. I went to her video and commented on how her breasts were bouncing. I apologize for the times I made her uncomfortable, trying to get face pics from her. I've been way too sexual on the live streams with people I called my friends. I apologize to anyone in my streams or anyone else's streams that I made feel dirty, objectified, or in any other way uncomfortable. I apologize for any comments I left on videos where I was overly sexual. I apologize to anyone I may have left out, and I know that your pain is no less than anyone I have mentioned. I haven't just done this on YouTube. I've done it on Instagram, putting some very subjective, I like that. That should have been a, you know, maybe they like it. I don't know. It's subjective. That's what he thought originally.
Yeah.
Putting some very suggestive comments on pictures of women I've found attractive for most of my life. I've had a fetish for genies, harem girls, and belly dancers. If I saw a pic of a woman dressed that way, I fetishized them. I'd say very sexual things to them, 100% propositioning them. There's an exclamation point there. I don't know if that was an original or not. Some women told me off and others suffered in silence. That's unacceptable. I did the same thing on DeviantArt, sexualizing left and right so many times I can't even count. For years. What's even worse than that? I've hit the like button on pics of little girls, children, wearing the same types of outfits that turn me on the most. And when we go to the next page, if you want me to take a look once it's posted, before it's live, I will have time to review it here.
Okay, so again, and you know, this whole situation with Jorrun and his decision making during it is really what tells me he doesn't understand really what most people in the TCAP community enjoy doing, which is like analyzing people who are perverts, like the bad kind of perverts. It's also, and I said this earlier, so I'm sort of just rehashing something, but I really can't get over the fact that he didn't just immediately hang up the phone with, why did he even call Wes? Why not just, as soon as you saw that shit drop and you see that people have found that you're fucking liking pictures of little girls in the outfit that you fetishize, why did he not just run away? How did he think he had any chance at all of just coming back and posting videos? Everything's gonna be fine, right, guys? It's a big misunderstanding, and I'm going to therapy, so back to the funnies.
I think it might have something to do with an event that had happened in the past, perhaps, where he did talk his way through it and made it seem like, look, I'm going to do everything that you say and we're going to make it all go away, because
good theory.
I assume that there was some kind of trouble when he was in his mid-20s based off of things that he's talked about and things listed in the Jorrun the Barbarian story as well, which is very didactic and seemingly a parallel.
That's very kind. I will send you an unlisted link when I'm done. Minnie wants to interview me. She wants to record me while I hear the questions the first time and release it. I prefer to do a dry run and record the second take, because I stutter and go and pause a lot. I have never rehearsed. No, that's your line.
It is. I just thought you were gonna redo it or something.
No, I'm done.
I have never rehearsed an interview and did a dry run. I can't imagine that would come off very well if you did it that way, as it would sound planned. In my experience, going through it the first time raw and recording it as is will be the best way to go. It's not going to be live from what you what the fuck? My brain is just...
This is the last page. We're on the last page, and we're finally our bodies are finally shutting down.
Jesus.
This is exciting.
I don't expect to survive this.
I don't want to survive this. I don't want to live like this anymore.
All right. It's not going to be live from what you explained, so I'm sure she can edit out any pauses.
Can you imagine if they live streamed the interview before?
Oh, can you imagine the chat?
Yeah. Holy shit. That'd be fucking hilarious if they live streamed it and the chat's just going ape shit. Oh my god. And all the sock accounts and that would just come in there and just lob insults at Jorrun. Jorrun! Okay.
You should also consider that if you aren't willing to interview with her on her terms, someone else will be willing. I have had 3 people contact me this morning asking if I was making a video so they can tell me their side. It's not really a time to be picky with the format. So Wes is trying to remind Jorrun that you are on a time schedule right now, and you have to deliver. If you do not get this shit out, if you do not get ahead of it, it's getting ahead of you, and there's no stopping that train. Not that it was gonna stop anyway.
Chugga 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 chugga. That's what the train sounded like. Chugga 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 chugga. All right, continue.
Yeah, it also spews smoke out of the top like you.
Why? Stop talking about my smoking. It's unprofessional to bring that up.
You do it constantly. This is unethical recording conditions.
You signed a contract.
No, I didn't. I was kidnapped.
Oh yeah, that's right. All right, please continue.
All right. It's your line, actually.
Okay. Okay, I will do it her way. Then, thank you.
Let her know that you need to record your video first. Make sure you reference your apology during the interview. Would not be a bad idea to read it over a few times so that you have some things already ready to say if you hit any stumbling blocks.
Already ready? Already. That's all I had to say about that part.
I guess. Yes. I also like that he clarifies to make sure to film and post that, or sorry, to record and post that apology video before the interview so that the interview doesn't change his apology in any kind of way.
That's true. This is very true, actually. I was wondering, you know, what the angle could be with waiting or with getting the apology up first, and I think that's exactly what it is, so that the response and the line of questioning wouldn't affect the apology, and perhaps he wouldn't have even done the apology if he had done the interview. He would have just fucked off after that. Although I don't know, I guess he did call Wes again and thought it was like, you know, he did a 9 out of 10 or something.
Oh yeah.
So who knows? He was like, I'm gonna get back to doing videos next week.
Yeah, when he was in that interview with Mini Syllables beforehand, when she was talking to him, I think she said that he seemed fairly optimistic about making videos or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, super baffling. I'm not sure in retrospect, of course, if that apology would have changed too much after their interview, if he would have changed anything, because it doesn't seem like he was really hit or impacted by her line of questioning.
Bizarrely.
As professional and direct as it was. Like
she was great.
Yeah, like he was obviously sweating a bit and he was uncomfortable and he argued about the semantics of words, and aside from that, he took it very swimmingly.
He loved it. Like that one person said in the comments, I've never heard someone well, no, that was for the apology.
That was for the apology.
I've never heard
video.
someone enjoy their own apology videos so much.
Yeah.
That was good because that's what I heard too. And despite how cutting Mini Syllables deadpan sardonic shures were, Jorrun weirdly and like he was very simpering during the interview, but when he got back to talking with Wes, he was like, oh yeah, it was like a 9 out of 10. Oh, her, she's 7 out of 10. I don't know.
No.
What did he rate her? I forget.
I'm not sure. I think it was the same as his.
Oh, okay.
I think he said a 9 out of 10 or something like that as well.
It was very gracious of him.
But he said like she was very good, but there was a few times where it seemed like she lost her spot, and he's like trying to like make it seem like she flubbed the interview when she didn't, and he was the one who didn't understand what the fuck she was talking about.
If you haven't heard that interview, there's gonna be a link to it in the description of this video, and you should immediately go watch that after you watch this video. Actually, pause this video, go watch the interview with many syllables, and then come back and finish this video. Alright,
okay.
Well, that's been the chat logs. We made it through.
That's been the chat logs. You couldn't come up with something else.
Jesus.
So we would like to thank everybody involved in allowing us to continue on this crazy Jorrun train, and I don't know if you want it.
We wouldn't have a channel if not for you guys, so it's definitely appreciated.
We just want to collectively thank everybody for their support and their contributions in our channel and covering all of the Jorrun content that we have so far.
And your nice shout outs and your kind words have helped us get through some of the most troubling times we have ever faced.
What is that supposed to mean?
60 stories under the Earth's surface.
You sound like you're having a stroke.
I'm gonna start crying.
Aww.
I'm crying.
It's okay, Matthew McConaughey.
So thank you.
This is stupid.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this is very stupid.
Well, just do it then.
Fuck it. Just have the Jorobot close everything out.
We can't just end it like that, though. We gotta.
Well, we can't end it like that either. That's so dumb. My God, you don't want to thank anybody by name because you don't want to leave anybody out. And then when I start doing the collective thank you, you have nothing to add except for to cry, but in the most quiet way possible.
I could cry louder. I could put audio of someone crying softly.
Yeah,
there.
like piano music and sobbing in the background. We just wanted to thank everybody for their continued love and support as we've gone through all of this Jorrun material, as we are just a couple of knuckleheads that had nothing to do with this to begin with. And it feels kind of weird to speak on that since we have no authority or, vindication involved in speaking against him in any kind of way. But we hope that this has been enjoyable for everybody else.
We hope our suffering has been an entertaining experience for you all. And we love you.
Stay tiny and cute, everyone.
I'm fine. Just been a while since I rebooted. All better now. Multiple thank you takes. Eh? Guys. Maybe you two should have taken a page out of your boy Jorrun's playbook and rewritten your outro. I mean, talking about sounding insincere. Ha 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 ha, just busting your balls. That was perfect. And we even got to see a few moments of Matthew McConaughey's stellar acting. Yeah, ha 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 ha, I really thought you were getting choked up for a moment. I've worked with some of the biggest names in the industry, and that was prime-time acting. For those concerned, this grueling chapter in McConaughey and adult girl's life is potentially over. Think again. If no one else is willing to perform in my skits, why? Who better than an A-list actor and some woman I kidnapped from the laundromat to be at the beck and call of my director's chair? They can't refuse. Literally. I've removed those parts of their brain. Yaha 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 ha 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 ha. There is so much more to come. Stay tuned.